Gov has the form. We also have the form in a folder for you now as well. If you have one of those kinds of loans and you have your 5 years in, across any educational sector, so it could have been 2 years in Beaverton, a year in Gaston, and now you're here. When you finish your 5th year, we will identify on the form the portion you did with us. You'll need each employer, if it's more than 1 in 5 years, to complete this form on your behalf. In our HR office, that person is Tammy Wing, and oftentimes somebody will handwrite it, and Tammy actually then goes in and fills the form in electronically. We're now providing it to everyone electronically. It's a fillable form, but she'll check every box and make sure that it reads to the best of our ability to look like what the bank is expecting it to look like. One thing I really want people to understand, is anybody in here interested in this? Do you have loans you're trying to get forgiven? Because it looks like this maybe is a crowd that was more interested in the PERS investment stuff. I'm just going to keep talking because we are speaking to others, but thank you for your attention. But I'll go kind of quickly. One thing I want you to know is that, so your loan forgiveness, your loan forgiveness is with a bank or some lending institution. And so when you fill out this form and you send it in, it's actually going many places. It might be going to Citibank or, whoever was the banking entity that holds your loan. So consequently, the same person is not processing these every time they get turned in, and for whatever reason, they get rejected. Reasons we don't understand, but they usually say, on line 17, you didn't say this. So we write it again and resubmit, and resubmit, and resubmit. I think the winner is 6 submissions before we got the loan forgiveness for somebody. So don't give up is my admonition to you. We'll just keep trying. And public service loan forgiveness is a different program. Question?
No, just one statement on this. I know for folks on the phone, if you're listening to your teacher, it's going to look on the form that it's just for K-12, but ignore that. The department has made rules on it that if you're early intervention, early childhood special ed, you do qualify.
Right. If there's anybody who's listening remotely who didn't hear that, the form sounds like it's K-12 only, and it most definitely includes EIECSC. There's been rules created around that, and so we will have to check the box that says you're an elementary educator, but there is a shared agreement that means down through birth to 5. Public service loan forgiveness is not just for teachers, it's for anyone who has student loans and works for a public employer, which we are. And you need to work at least 30 hours a week. So we have a number of, for example, instructional assistants who might work 34 and a half hours a week. You are eligible for public service loan forgiveness. And you also have to have had borrowed for direct loans and federal Stafford loans. So the way this one works is you actually apply up front. We're going to give you the link in a minute, but you apply up front. You are approved for that loan forgiveness plan, and then based on your income, your loan repayment is structured over 10 years at a certain dollar value. And for many people, based on sliding schedule, early educators are often see a pretty dramatic decrease in their monthly repayment amount. You make that monthly payment for 10 years, 120 payments, with annual paperwork sent in so that they double check every year. Your payment might go up a little bit, down a little bit, depending upon the income you're earning. And after 120 qualifying payments, the remainder of your debt is forgiven. So physical therapists, occupational therapists, folks in our programs who have high debt and aren't classroom teachers or special education teachers have greater capacity for a larger amount of loan forgiveness on this plan. One more slide here, and we'll show you that you also apply in the same place. You'll want to read the rules about it at the federalstudentaid.gov site. You can do this completely independently through the federal loan forgiveness, or through the federal government student aid website. And there are also entities that assist with this loan forgiveness, such as Horace Mann. Anybody know how to say fiducious? We're putting these up here not as an endorsement, but just to say we do know people who have used these companies. There's a fee. They help you with your annual paperwork. One employee told us about their child who used one of these companies. I think it was the Horace Mann, who, when things weren't going well, just kind of gets right after it on behalf of the employee because you're paying a fee for that service. So it's not, to use one of these, it's not free. If you don't have to, then you can go straight to the federal government website and work on this. And there are other scholarships available. The Teach Grant, lots of folks come to us for employment verification for those. And what's the other one up there? Oh, Oregon Department of Ed had a speech pathology loan available or grant available, and still may actually.
You want to mention, Rob, just on the public service one, that we are seeing the federal government seeing the first round and what's happening there?
So the federal, 2017 was the first year somebody could have completed 10 years of employment with a government employer. And so 2017 should have been, is the first year that the loan forgiveness happened. And there were some snags, as I understand it, in terms of people who got the letter early and then were working in a nonprofit but not public service. It seems as though there has been some backtracking by the federal government, and you can get this certification now that it's really good, and there are some unknowns with changing administrations about how it will all play out in the future. So it is something you kind of want to mind every year to make sure that they continue to consider your employer a qualifying employer. We most definitely are, but there have been some hiccups in that program. And I think that's all I have, other than to say Tammy's your contact in HR and keep after it. And we have had recently a speech pathologist who is not licensed by TSBC get the 17.5, which is kind of a new, we were super excited about that. So, but any questions about loan forgiveness or?
How does that affect your taxes? So you get loan forgiven?
It's not taxable, the public service loan forgiven. What gets forgiven is not taxed.
Okay.
It's not taxed as income.
Thank you. Any questions, comments, things you'd like us to research on your behalf and consider for future financial literacy opportunities? Questions for Jeff? Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have more.
Hello, we also have the TribeNet passes. Is have to be non-restricted non-ESD employees. You can get that pre-tax. My understanding is you can get like the whole year passes for just use the max to get to work. It's not because you can get that benefit, you can buy it for your daughter or son or something like that. It's just only for you to get to work. And if you are interested in that, please contact payroll, because that will be processes to the payroll system. What else?
Comments, questions?
Yeah,
Things I can help you with today?
Any questions? And then the last bit is if you could take a brief survey. We'd love to see how the session was and what else you're interested in learning about. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. You're right.
Yeah.